CISV originally stands for Children's International Summer Villages. We get the kids to get involved in these activities instead of just learning by sitting in the classrooms. I went to my first camp when I was 11 and it was for 1 month without my phone. And that's what's makes us having our CISV bubble. And we create such beautiful relationships with each other. Our content is mainly focused on diversity and conflict resolution and sustainability and human rights. And the way we learn about it, I think it's really the way to get to peace and to cooperate with the countries and everything. Anyhow I could contribute to peace, then that's where I want to be. When I come back, I feel like a whole nother person because I learned more about myself and more about my surroundings.
I lost my backbone.
Hey allihopa, and welcome to Somewhere in Stockholm, a podcast production by Experience Stockholm. I'm Frankie, your host, and in this podcast we like to bring you new stories and new places, organizations, and faces that you should probably know about here in Stockholm's region. Now, today I have a very special guest, Alma Lindh, on the podcast, and I'm going to introduce you a little bit to Alma before we get to chatting, okay? Mm-hmm. Alma Lindh is part of the CISV Stockholm team, a local chapter of the global nonprofit organization CISV International, which promotes peace education through international camps and local activities for young people. As a member of the CISV Stockholm board, Alma helps coordinate workshops and events for youth aged 14 to 20, from engaging local discussions and cultural activities to international exchange programs that connect young people from all over the world. Through her volunteer work, Alma contributes to fostering intercultural understanding and encouraging dialogue as a foundation for peace, one of the core values CISV stands for. Welcome, Alma. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good, thank you. How are you?
I'm good. I'm excited to get to chat with you. Part of the reason why I wanted to have CISV and a representative from CISV on the podcast is because some of my Stockholmer friends, they have been part of the activities, either as participants or as organizers when they were younger. A lot of my network is in their 30s now, but they spoke really highly of this organization. So I wanted to have someone on that could talk about the experience of being an organizer, but also being a participant and all the activities that the organization stands for. So I want to hear a little bit more about the heart of it all, CISV itself. For those who might not know much about it, could you share a little bit what the organization stands for and what drew you personally to getting involved with it?
Yes, of course. So CISV originally stands for Children's International Summer Villages, but it's about our organization that creates international camps to foster peace education. And this we do by learning by doing, which is our concept, where we get the kids to get involved in these activities instead of just learning by sitting in the classrooms, to get them involved.
So get their hands dirty, chatting with everybody. And do you feel like this mission of peace, is this something that's welcomed by the youth? How do you navigate that as an organizer?
It's extremely incredible to see because everyone is so engaged in everything and so happy to be there and to engage in all of the activities and the discussions. Okay. And it's truly a great group we have, both internationally and locally. Yeah, everyone's really engaged and it's good to see.
Amazing. Yeah. So tell me now, how did you personally get involved with this? Tell me a little bit of your journey into CISV.
Well, originally we found out about the organization when I was born.
What?
Yeah. So then my mom found out about it. Okay. And we just waited for the day I was going to turn 11 so that I could go to my first camp.
Wow, your mom was like, on the day you turn 11, you're doing this. Okay.
1 year left. And then I went to my first camp when I was 11 and it was for 1 month without my phone. And that's what's makes us having our CISV bubble, because without the phones we can't connect to the other world, which makes it so close to us and we create such beautiful relationships with each other. And after that, I was stuck. I wanted to continue with this for however long I could.
Oh my God, that's amazing. So tell me a little bit more about this no phone policy. Is it so to encourage people to talk to each other? Was it difficult for you to be without your phone?
The first camp I went to, everyone in my delegation, because we're in delegations of 4 from each country.
Okay.
We left our phones at home, but we had our cameras. But it was In the beginning it was strange because you're not used to not having your phone.
Mm-hmm.
But over time, it was even more strange when I got my phone back.
Yeah.
It was like nothing I was like hoping for, or like,
You're like, I could do without this a
yeah,
little
I
bit
could
longer.
do without this. Nothing necessary.
Oh, and what are the cameras for? To record some moments and
Yeah, just taking pictures with each other and like saving memories from the camps.
I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell me a little bit about that first camp that you went on, if you remember, from 11 years old. What was that experience like? Was there any big shock? Were you kind of surprised by how fun it was? Like, tell me describe a little bit more the experience.
Well, when I first got involved in the organization, it was just about getting to know people from other countries. And I've also always had a thing for like getting to know new people. So that's what encouraged me to start the organization. But when I got there, I realized it was something much bigger and something much more, because we learn about this peace education, which is so incredible to be a part of. And my first camp, I was so shocked by everyone because I was not very good at English at first. But throughout the 4 weeks, I got so much better. And in the end of camps, we always write books with wishes to each other, like last notes that we get to read when we get home. And in those, all the leaders always wrote to me, like, oh, Alma, you were so shy in the beginning, but then you got so much more open and good with your English, and it was so good to see. And so the self-development is really incredible.
So do you feel like that, so it is like an international experience, right? Do you go abroad for this type of camp?
Exactly.
Okay. So where have you been in your journey, in your personal journey? Where have you been so far on these camps?
When I was 11, I went to Madrid in Spain
Okay.
for 4 weeks.
Okay.
And then we had COVID. So there was a lot of camps that were cancelled. But so I went to a national camp with our different local chapters, which made me originally get involved in the junior part of our organization and would maybe like continue the organization. But then I've been to Italy and Finland and Mexico, and then this summer I went to South Korea as a leader.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
Yes. So I've been a lot of places.
So tell me a little bit about the logistics, because is this all organized by youth, or is there anyone else involved with the organization, like other, I'm thinking like older people, more experienced, or is it mostly like youth-led, youth, for youth, by youth?
It depends on which part of the organization.
Okay.
For CISV, there's a lot of adults involved.
Okay, good.
Everyone is volunteers. But it's different ages, like we're all different ages. But for the big camps, there's a lot of adults involved. But then we have this thing called junior branch, which is another part of CISV. And in junior branch, it's only youth for youth.
Oh, wow.
So I'm participating in a camp now in Egypt, and it's all organized by only youths.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
Yeah.
But it's impressive to see. I bet for you, like it must be impressive to put together this kind of, event and then see it all come to life, because I mean, especially if it's organized by youth, I think youth, a lot of times, like youth, if given the right tools, you can really do a lot with very little. You're very resourceful, but it's also really impressive that you're so young and you're already able to say that you've done all these things and you've been part of so many events and so many, camps. So tell me a little bit more about, if it's not just about this international experience, what really makes the mission of building global friendship and peace? What resonates with you the most in it?
Well, for me, when I learned about the organization and I learned about the content we do, because our content is mainly focused on diversity and conflict resolution and sustainability and human rights. And all of these topics are so important. And the way we learn about it, I think it's really the way to get to peace and to cooperate with the countries and everything. Like, it's the way to peace. And therefore, if there's a way to anyhow I could contribute to peace, then that's where I want to be.
Yeah. I feel like, especially in the world of today, we have so many conflicts, so much, harm being done by big powers, big politicians. And yet we need solidarity and we need conflict resolution more than ever. Yeah, and the hope, if there's any hope, is with young people getting together, trying to figure out, their way through issues, through disagreements. So do you feel like you've gotten some of those skills from this type of program, from the camps themselves?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I learned a lot about conflict resolution and how to manage conflict, like the resolutions in a friendly way and everything, and how to be a leader and leadership and how to be a role model.
Yeah.
And it's something that has helped me a lot through life, not only in the organization, but outside.
Yeah.
And so it's truly incredible. And it gives me a much better understanding of the world and other people and others' cultures.
I bet. I mean, especially considering that you are now going internationally to so many different places, like there's a lot of cultural clash probably. And so do you have any particular experience that maybe you can recall that you're like, oh, we had a little conflict or we had a misunderstanding because of culture? Was there anything like that? I know this was not in the prepared questions, but I'm just wondering about your own experience. So you're like, oh, I didn't know how to handle that situation, and then I had to navigate it with the tools that they gave me.
I mean, I think it's mostly about how we communicate differently between the different cultures and different countries. And that's something you learn about, not only with the countries, but also ages and everything, and how people communicate differently. And so with that, I've learned a lot. I learned how to communicate correctly and to not assume things or like go out from stereotypes, but to do this in like a good way, but not in a big conflicts, no.
Okay. And have you noticed anything that's special or particular about the way Swedes communicate? Like when you have interactions with internationals, has it dawned on you that you're like, oh, maybe in Sweden we do it like this, but in other places it's not really like this? So
I think Swedes, and especially myself, is very strict and like fast forward. We want everything planned in detail and to be like communicating very strictly about everything when we're planning something. And with other cultures, it's not that strict or not that organized. Yes. And so that can be a shock sometimes. Yeah. If I want to have everything planned out, they're like, no, it's fine, we'll figure it out later.
Yeah, more spontaneous.
Yeah, more spontaneous.
Go with the flow, be flexible.
No, we need exact schedules.
Amazing.
Frankie here, quickly popping in just to remind you, if you haven't subscribed yet, that's the one thing you can do that's completely free that really helps us out. Please, just do it. Click that button, subscribe. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Now, in Stockholm, I know CISV isn't just about international camps. We were talking a little bit about these international activities, but also local activities. So from fun icebreakers to more reflective discussions. I was wondering, could you tell us a little bit more about what these local activities could look like at the moment, and how they help young people connect with each other and with the world?
Yeah, of course. So locally in Stockholm, we both have mini camps for the youth, and we have local activities. Mm-hmm. So for the activities, we have usually once a month an activity organized by our junior team, which I'm a part of. So we organize activities usually at other people's houses, and we go around and we have either fun content just to get to know each other and to get closer to each other, or we can have more educational content, learning either about CISV or another topic that we feel like is important at the moment. And for example, we went to the War Memorial Museum.
Oh, wow.
Which was really interesting. So we got a guide and we got to be there and learn about it and more about the history and so.
So it becomes much more immersive. And you feel like you're talking about these issues and they're not just something on paper. They're actually something that, it's historical and you're part of.
Yeah.
Okay. And what kind of members do you look for? Just so we can put out a call to action. If anyone would like to join these activities, what kind of members are you looking for? And what does your group look like at the moment, for example?
Well, anyone could participate. It's the youth. It's if you're between 14 and 26, you can participate in either participating or being a leader at these youth camps or activities, or you can be in international stuff as well. And then from the age you're 11, you can participate in international camps. But any age, you can participate as volunteering and helping out with the organization, planning camps or structuring, or however you want to participate.
Okay, so both as an attendee, but also maybe as a leader, so you can get different skills and different competencies depending on which role you play. And do you find that the local activities, do they then build up confidence to maybe go internationally?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. It's a good start if you're new to the organization and don't want to go big at the first. Maybe you don't want to travel to the other side of the world the first thing you do. Then it's great that we have these local events. And we also have national events for the youth. Mm-hmm. So then all the chapters come together once or twice a year. And we get to know even more people. which is also a reason that made me stay in the organization, because it's such a beautiful opportunity to get to know more people and to get to reconnect with the people I've gotten to know from the other chapters and cities who I wouldn't get to visit as much or else.
So you have a big network now with people and in different places. But I know that CISV runs entirely on volunteers. This is super impressive to me. What is it like being part of a team where everyone contributes their time and energy? While also, I know you have to balance school or maybe work. So how do you feel? Like, how do you find that balance? And what is it like being part of the team of volunteers?
It's amazing. It's so nice to see, because everyone takes their free time spending it on something they believe in and something they like our organization. Yeah. And so we take our time whenever we have the time, and we work together and come up with these new activities or have meetings. But the meetings are always so friendly, so it's never like a burden. It's always something I look forward to. And it's so great because I'm both on the board with adults and getting to learn a lot from them and contributing there from the youth side, because I'm a youth representative in the big board. But then I also have my junior board where I'm with the other youths in my age, and we get to plan so much fun activities and we make it into a fun thing. So we can maybe have a meeting where we go and eat at a restaurant at the same time and getting bonding at the same time.
I love that.
Yeah. And then if there's balancing with school and work, we're always transparent with how it is in our life apart from CISV, so we can help each other, and it's never too much.
Yeah, so people don't feel like, oh, I'm getting overwhelmed by the amount of volunteer work or time that I need to commit. So there's always a balance. So.
Yeah, because it's always different throughout the year. Like, you're different. For some periods, it's a lot in school, and some periods there's not a lot at all in school, and then I have more time for my volunteering.
Okay.
And
so you feel like you can balance both depending on the season of the year that you're in. Maybe if you have a lot of exams and you're like, okay, I need to take a step back, maybe to focus.
And then I'm just transparent with my team and everything works out.
And what have you personally learned from leading and collaborating in this kind of environment? Like, what kind of skills or what kind of experiences have you had that you feel like, I'm going to take this, no matter what I do in my life, I'm going to take this on with me to a workplace, to, society, to what kind of skills did you learn in working in this type of environment?
Well, since I started working with this when I was 14, with little to none experience at all. And so I've learned a lot about just working in a team and how it is working in a team with adults and youth, and just how it is to working together and working professionally.
Yeah.
But as well, being a leader and leadership and how to be a role model for others, which is so great. And it has helped me not only in CISV and just communicating better and all of the writing emails, how to be professional.
Yes.
Everything.
A lot of great skills that you're mentioning are, operational, administrative, but you also mentioned a little bit, and communication skills, obviously. You mentioned a little bit before about your English proficiency.
Oh, yeah.
That when you went abroad, you were able to practice your English and improve on your English proficiency. I mean, to me, you sound like a native speaker.
Thank you.
So I'm wondering, do you get to practice different languages when you go on these international camps as well? Like Spanish or French or any other language that you might like, I'm going to try speaking this out?
Well, we're so many different countries at the same place, and everyone loves to share their own countries and the cultures. So I always teach some Swedish to others, and they want to teach some Spanish or French or whatever to me. And sometimes we have activities that is built on trying to learn others' languages.
Yeah.
But mostly it's English because that's our common language.
Yeah.
But it's helped me a lot with my English skills.
That's amazing, because I think it's like you were saying, learning by doing. It's also about being put in a situation of maybe discomfort or a little bit of embarrassment, and then you're forced to speak, and you're like, I have to communicate. So, I mean, even if I feel a bit embarrassed, I'm gonna have to say something,
Yeah, it's like being put outside your comfort zone, and then the camp just takes it makes my comfort zone expand.
Yeah. And does it build confidence as well for you?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
We have events 2 times a year with Stockholm when I get to speak in front of, I think it's 100 or so people. And before I thought I was really scared to talk in front of people. But now it's getting much better and I'm getting more confident.
Yeah.
And so it's helped me with those skills as well.
I love that. I love that. I think it's so important to be involved as a young person in different types of volunteering activities, also community, organizing, because it builds up a lot of skills and confidence in yourself. So when you become a young adult or when you go into the professional world, it's like you're prepared to deal with things a little bit better. Like you've already been tested or faced situations of adversity or of challenging occasions. So then you're putting yourself in outside of your comfort zone is actually forcing you to grow and learn.
Yeah, it's like it is an international organization and we do it as a group thing. But I think what's more incredible for myself is how much you grow as a person and how much I grow for each camp I go to, especially international ones. When I come back, I feel like a whole nother person because I learned more about myself and more about my surroundings.
Yeah.
So you grow so much just from 2 to 4 weeks.
And do you share these experiences with your peers at school? Do you tell them, oh my God, I just came back from this thing? And then do they get all jealous?
But it's always hard to explain when I'm coming back and I'm all still in the CISV bubble.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to explain, I'm like, yeah, we did this and we did this. But they
look at you like, who are you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. Because to put into words the sort of growth or learnings that you gathered, it's really difficult. Like I came back from an experience recently, an Erasmus experience, and I had another guest on the podcast and we talked a little bit about this, and I felt the same way. I felt like I grew so much as a person, but it's hard to put into words the growth until it starts to reflect. It starts to reflect in the way you approach work, you approach other people, the way you communicate. We learned also about nonviolent communication in this last one, and I was like so amazed by how much communication can really help you de-escalate conflict, de-escalate a situation of harm. So yeah, I just love these opportunities because I think they're so amazing for you to grow and to learn.
Yeah, no, I agree totally.
Looking ahead, what are some of the CISV Stockholm's upcoming plans or hopes for the future? Is there anything in particular you are hoping, to be part of or to participate in? What's happening? What's in the works?
Well, we're always looking for more volunteers and more people in the organization because since it's such an incredible concept, we want to spread it to however many people we can. So that's always something we're working on. And because the volunteers, without our incredible volunteers, the organization would be nothing. So these volunteers is something we especially focus on finding. But we have different projects. We always have new projects coming up. And now in February, we have a project, which is a yearly thing. But then the Stockholm board is going to have a presentation about CISV, and it's a great introduction if you are new to the organization or interested in maybe joining the organization. And as well, the people who participate in international camps during the winter will go there and talk about their experiences and what they experienced during their camps.
But tell me, is it in person? Is it in Stockholm? Okay.
It's in person.
So you can actually go and meet people who have done these types of activities.
Exactly.
Are you going to be there?
Of course I'm going to be there.
Okay, great. So we should definitely recommend that everyone look into it. I'm wondering, though, about the activities where people go abroad, just to really leave all the information out here on the pod. Do people pay for that out of their own pocket? Is there any subsidies or any way to help out? Or
Well, to go to the international camps, I pay my fees myself for a delegation, for my participation fee and for my traveling costs. But they're very low compared to other exchanges.
Yeah.
We only take as much as needed. We doesn't take, the participation fee is only as much as it costs to arrange the camps.
Okay, so there's no profit involved.
No.
Yeah, it's a fully non-profit organization.
Exactly.
So it's about investing in the experience and your growth to go on these international camps.
Yeah, and then there's a lot of scholarships you can apply for if you want, that wants to support our volunteering and our work.
That's amazing. Also, I'm thinking that for people watching the podcast, maybe they would even be interested in donating to the organization. Is that possible?
Yeah, we had a thing a couple of months ago that was a movement called Move for Peace. And then it was a global thing started by the international team.
So it's a big fundraiser.
Exactly, a fundraiser. So they opened up a fund that you could contribute to and donating to. And then we got together and we moved together. By some people were participating in a marathon, and for us, we were walking around Djurgården, so we walked for a mile or so.
Nice.
And others were like rode on bicycles or whatever, like biking. And then we made a video of it and you published it, and you could see everyone from different countries all participating in the same thing.
I love that.
Yeah, and it was so cool because even if we were so far away from each other, it felt like I was there with them because we were all like contributing to the same thing together.
Yeah, trying to fundraise for the same thing.
Yeah, it's absolutely possible. And you can be a participant in our organization, but you can also be a donating participant. So you're only like paying a smaller fee just to support our organization if you don't want to be involved in our work or like don't have the time.
So for those who are listening and who may be interested in joining or supporting the work that you do as participants, as parents, like your mom, she's like, let's get this girl out of the house and going into these camps, or as volunteers, what's the best way for them to get involved and to maybe contact you or contact the organization? What's the best way for them to do that?
Well, the best way is to look at our website, CISV.se, or to look at our Instagram account, Junior Brand Stockholm. And there you can reach out to us and we upload all the information you need. And you can find our email and everything. And whoever you contact, if it's not the right person, they will lead you to the right person.
Yes.
So it'll guide you directly to how you can volunteer or contribute to however you want.
Okay, amazing. Well, Alma, thank you so much for being here on the podcast, joining us, sharing your thoughts about the organization, what it means for you, what it means to be involved in this type of, peace resolution work. And it really shows how empathy and action can go hand in hand. And I think that often for youth, we need a way to channel energy, right? Channel our energy, our, stamina into something good. And I think a lot of times these experiences, this type of volunteer work, community organizing, this is exactly what youth need to feel a little bit more, less hopeless and more hopeful about the way the world works. So I want to thank you so much again for being here today.
Thank you.
I hope you enjoyed it.
Me. Yeah, of course.
All right, good. It wasn't too nerve-wracking, I hope. And if you happen to end up doing bigger and better things like you, just let me know. I would love to have you again on the pod. So with that being said, we conclude this episode. This has been Frankie and Alma Lindh, and bringing you new voices from somewhere in Stockholm. And if you happen to want to support the work of CISV and the work that these volunteers do, or you want to get involved, we will be linking all the links down in the description below. So we'll make sure that everyone gets tagged and everything gets mentioned. And we look forward to bringing you more fun, interesting stories and people from all over the region. So thank you again for being on the pod, Alma.
Thank you.
And we will see you on the next one. Hej då!
Hej då!
Lost my backbone somewhere in Stockholm.
But why loneliness? Why pick this issue?
Like a year and a half ago, when I just came out of a relationship, at the same time, like just a week later, I was laid off from my job.
Oh my God.
In these times where we see the rise of fascism and authoritarianism, we have to put even greater importance on being active in understanding human rights, and everyone should be a human rights activist.